I would like to dedicate that to Diddy nasty self. Okay. How y'all doing tonight? Shout out to the chat. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Heels Lipstick. Hey, Adore Me. What it do, Brenda? Onyx. Yes. We got to talk about some things tonight. Child, look. This Diddy trial is completely out of control. Okay. And let me say this. I am getting I'm collecting tea from everywhere. Okay. I'm collecting tea from everywhere. And I like to hear from the people that's actually in the courtroom. Tissa Tails, a YouTuber, she's been inside the courtroom. So has Armand Wiggins. But their accounts are different. And that's what's gagging me. How both of y'all in the same courtroom, but y'all got different accounts about what was going on. That doesn't make sense to me at all. But that's what's going on. And I know that Tissa does tell lies. Okay, Tissa will lie. So I trust. It's only day one. I am trusting what Armand Wiggins has to say about the matter. Absolutely. I don't trust Tissa Tails because, see, she already has a bias. Hey, Miss Gwen. Tissa Tails is biased. You cannot cover something fairly if you're already biased. Armand Wiggins is not. He ain't on nobody's side. That's the coverage you can trust. Absolutely. So I listened to both of their sides of what actually happened in the courtroom. And Tissa Tails is all geared towards Diddy Did It. Okay. I like to decide if I believe Diddy did it based on the evidence. I don't want somebody reporting from that angle for me. I don't need Tissa telling lies to report from that angle of that he's guilty already and it's only day one. That's how is that even fair coverage? But she already went into it with a bias, and I get it because he is a monster. Okay. But I'm just sharing that with you. If you are looking to get coverage about the Diddy trial from somebody that's in the courtroom, trusted coverage, go listen to Armand. Okay. Go over there with Armand. And over here. Absolutely. Shout out to Babe Nation tonight. What I tell y'all last night, did I not tell y'all that they were going to have opening statements, but I told y'all what they were going to say. Listen, they finalized the jury today, obviously, and they went right into opening statements. They even had witnesses today, okay? They even had testimony from witnesses today. So we're going to get into it, but I'm gagged. I was so gagged listening to what the opening statements were. Yeah, I don't like that either, Adore Me. All that fluff and you not saying nothing, stop playing with us, okay? It's hard to listen to me and then go listen to somebody that speaks like that, okay? It is. It's hard to listen to a straight shooter and then you got to go over there and listen to somebody that's fluffing. Like, girl, come on with the damn commentary. Why don't you? Hey, Bush Babe. Yes, Armand gave us visual sound effects. It was great. Absolutely. And shout out to Armand. Armand is Babe Nation. Okay. Armand rocks with the nation. And so I'm not saying trust his coverage because he rocks with us. That's not why I'm saying that. I'm saying that because it's true. Even the way he covered Tory Lanez's case. And I like Mob Radio. But Mob Radio went into the Tory Lanez case saying Tory was innocent and was going to be proven innocent. So her coverage came from that angle. Armand Wiggins went on neither Megan Thee Stallion's side or Tory Lanez's side. And he was able to just tell you what happened without any fluff, without any BS, without spinning narratives. And actually, what he was saying ended up being right. Armand said he thought Tory Lanez was popped based on what he was witnessing being inside the courtroom and what ended up happening. Now, Mob Radio said he wasn't popped. Armand Wiggins said he was popped. So I like to go I like to see when it's making sense and you got a history of being on point, I'ma rock with that. Last night, I told y'all when they had opening statements today, I told you exactly what they was going to say, the defense for Diddy was going to say, and I told you exactly what the prosecution was going to say. And they came out here and said exactly what I told y'all. Now, if you think I'm capping, all you got to do is listen to this part I'm finna read right here, and then go listen for yourself. The prosecution came out today and portrayed Diddy as an orchestrator of a criminal enterprise. This is the part that stumps me, the criminal enterprise part. And we'll get into it, okay? But they said that he orchestrated a criminal enterprise, that he used his music empire to facilitate sex trafficking, coercion, and abuse over 2 decades. Okay, they said he had freak offs and drugged women, and talked about a specific incident with this male escort that actually testified in court today. That was the prosecution. We knew that's what they were going to say. We said that last night before they said it today. Absolutely. And then the defense for Diddy said, no, ain't none of that true. The relationship in question was consensual. Talking about him and Cassie, the relationship itself was consensual. And they said the sex was consensual. And Diddy is messed up, but he's not a trafficker. That's what Diddy's side. Diddy's side is acknowledging that Diddy is trash. They not coming in court saying he ain't trash. No, they are acknowledging he's an abuser. He was on drugs. They really highlighted that part about his drug usage, because they're trying to explain the way why he was acting the way he was acting, and they want to blame it on the Christina Aguilera. They want to blame it on that stuff he was snorting. Absolutely. Okay. So they said everything we thought they was gonna say, and then they started calling witnesses. They called the security guard. So today in court, on that tape where Cassie got beat up that we saw, the part we didn't see is that after that, because it was more. After that, the elevator door opened, and it was a security guard that got off the elevator. And apparently when Diddy heard the security guard getting off the elevator, he hurried up and sat down. But a security guard got off the elevator like, what's going on? Because he hadn't seen it on camera. I guess he heard the noise, or maybe somebody called and reported it. I don't know. But according to the security guard, he saw, now this is what he testified to. The security guard, we need to track this, y'all. The security guard testified that when he got off the elevator, Cassie had a black eye. But he didn't know why she had a black eye, according to him. But he said he saw a black eye. He said Diddy was staring him down. He had hurry up and sat down after we saw him drag Cassie. And when Diddy heard that elevator open, just like a good old coward. See, these women beaters are cowards. I said these women beaters ain't nothing but freaking cowards. Why you hurry up and sit down when the elevator door opened, Diddy? Why didn't Diddy just continue to whoop on Cassie when he heard? That's all it took, was an elevator door to open? Yeah, because these suckers that beat women are trash. These suckers that hit women are cowards. Absolutely. So anyway, the security guard said, he was like, what's going on? And Cassie was like, I just want to go home and all this. But didn't want him to call the police or nothing. So he said they walked back to the room. They was about to go in the room and close the door. He stopped the door with his foot. This is the security guard. He stopped the door with his foot and talked to Cassie. And, but he didn't call the police because Cassie told him, check this out. Cassie told him not to call the police. What type of security guard is this? What type of security guard sees a woman with a black eye, a man in a hallway with a towel wrapped around him, sitting in a chair looking crazy, and a woman looking frazzled because she just got grabbed and dragged across the floor? Thank you, Brenda. Thank you, Babe Nation News Lady. Thank you, Brenda. Hey, Lady Nika. Paid off indeed. Tracking Lady Nika. Hell yeah, that security guard was paid off. We're going to talk about it. So, he saw all this, didn't call the police because Cassie didn't want him to call the police. He said when he walked them back to their room and put his foot in the door so Diddy couldn't close the door, he looked in the room and saw a sex worker sitting on the bed. So according to them, the reason we saw that video, what even started all that, was the fact that Diddy was trying to get it popping with a sex worker and Cassie didn't want to do it. So he chased her out of the room and grabbed her. Now, we got problems though. Because that sounds good, right? It would be great if this security guard, if this happened and he really, believed what he's saying he believed and all this, and it happened the way he said it happened, that's awesome. That's great. That's going to pop Diddy, right? Because this is a person that was there. He was there. Within seconds after what we saw, that man got off that elevator and confronted Diddy and walked them back to the room. And he's able to confirm that, yes, there was a sex worker in there. But here's the problem. When the security guard, because when there's an incident, you go file an incident report. When the security guard filed the incident report, none of this was in there. Not the black eye. Not the security guard saying he was going to call the police. Not the sex worker sitting on the bed. None of this in the security's report 9 years ago when it happened. But this is what he's testifying to today. That's a problem. That's a problem. See, Diddy got a crazy defense team. So, baby, they're not going to leave any stones unturned. When that 9 years ago, when it happened, when that security guard went back to his office to file his report, all of this stuff he said happened never made it to the report. He also said Diddy offered him money. By just holding up a stack of money. So no real conversation of, I would like to pay you so you don't say nothing. That didn't happen according to the security guard. Diddy didn't say any of that. Diddy just held up some money like to insinuate I'm willing to pay. The problem also with that part is the security guard said he told Diddy, all this mess y'all made in this room, y'all got to clean it up. Y'all got to pay for it. So Diddy's lawyers are like, well, how do you know he wasn't holding that money up to pay for the damages that was caused in the room? How do you make the leap? If he never said, I'm paying you to not say nothing, how do you know he was trying to pay you to not say nothing? Because again, Diddy's defense acknowledges he beat Cassie. They're not denying it. It's the sex trafficking part and the kidnapping. So he said Diddy offered him money, but he didn't take the money. That didn't get in the report either. The security guard did not put that in the report. So Diddy's team is like, how do you remember all this now, 9 years later, because he claims he didn't remember it then. He didn't remember none of this then. But he remembered 9 years, but he remembers 9 years later. So Brian Steele, the famous lawyer, is eating him up, according to Armand. Okay. Then, so his report is missing all those details. But what he did put in his report was that Diddy told Cassie to go home. Excuse me? Now, this is an official report at the time it happened, and in the report, it says Diddy told Cassie to go home. That's a problem because this witness has just said he didn't kidnap her in so many words. Diddy is on trial for kidnapping. So if Diddy told her to go home, how was he kidnapping her? This man, this sex worker, also said Cassie was down with it. So even while they were engaging, according to him, Cassie was down with it. The major thing that I took from the sex worker's testimony is every time they met, Cassie reached out. I said, holy, oh God. See, we know maybe the underlying reasons why a woman who's abused may do stuff like that. If you've ever been in an abusive relationship, you know you will do stupid stuff like that to keep from getting your head knocked off your shoulders. But in courts, it's not about what you know, it's about what you could prove. And right now, according to this sex worker, he is proving that Cassie got him over there to them hotels, over there to her house, over there to Diddy house. Every time they slept together, Cassie called, Cassie DM'd, Cassie reached out. That's not looking good for Cassie. Even though we understand that abused women may do stuff like that. But how you gonna get somebody for sex trafficking when the sex trafficker is the one making the calls? In a pimp whole situation, the pimp normally is the one setting everything up, or I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. It just, see, it strengthens Diddy's case. It strengthens it because he's saying, no, this was all consensual. So by Cassie being the one making the calls, it looked like, yeah, it was consensual. How you saying you didn't want it, but you the one calling? Ouch. Yeah, it's this is something else, okay? Because we know that could go either way. We know that doesn't mean he wasn't making her do it. We know that. But by him not having that as on him, it just, oh, that's not a good look for Cassie. So when they tried to say, well, your report said that Diddy told Cassie to go home after he beat her, so how did he get kidnapped? The prosecution came back and said, roll that tape again. Does that look like somebody that was able to go home if they wanted to? Because we all saw that tape, and we know that did not look like somebody that could go home when they wanted to. She was trying to leave. So I could see where the kidnapping could come in at. That little span of time where she was trying to leave and he chased her out. According to the law, that's kidnapping. Like, you can't do that. You can't make me stay somewhere I don't want to be, even if it's just for 10 seconds. That's kidnapping. The hell? Absolutely. Okay. So, yes, that security guard's report says, the security guard report says Diddy told Cassie to go home, but that video is stronger evidence that Cassie was trying to go home and couldn't go home. Okay. So you got the testimony, but then again, Diddy not on trial for beating Cassie, but he is on trial for kidnapping her. See, if you're tracking, this is what you're tracking. The feds found a way to get Diddy for a domestic violence relationship. And rich people threesomes. They found a way to get him. Oh, what's them balloons? I know what them balloons is. They found a way to get him, and they are calling it RICO and racketeering and kidnapping and all that, trafficking and all that. But really what I think it was a very toxic, abusive domestic violence relationship. So since they can't charge him for beating her, because that was so long ago, they're wrapping up everything he's ever done and putting it in that so they could still inadvertently make him pay for beating her. Okay, so you can't charge him for beating her, but you're going to charge her for every time she slept with somebody and you beat her to make her do it. So you still charging him for beating her. You know what I'm saying? So they still found a way to get you. My point is, when they want to get you, they'll get you. Absolutely. What else is going on? Oh, so the sex worker said that Diddy directed everything. He's a freak. Okay, that's why I play Super Freak. We have to sit back and see, because she was with him for years. So there's a great deal we don't know. But Diddy definitely going to sell Block H for a long time for some of this stuff. Yeah. Well, because see, even though they found a way to get him, the stuff they got is I think is enough. They found a way to get him. They found a way to get him. Because he really is a monster, and he really did do a lot, including arson. They're gonna prove that he blew up Kid Cudi's car. So every time some woman wanted to leave Diddy, he go after their ex. Check this out. Michael B. Jordan is gonna testify that Diddy threatened him. Look how controlling and crazy Diddy is. The actor Michael B. Jordan is going to testify that Diddy threatened him. I think him and Cassie had a little short fling. Not only did Diddy threaten Michael B., but remember when Diddy started dating Lori Harvey, and everybody was like, what is that? Diddy dated Lori Harvey to get back at Michael B. So he would do stuff like that too. Like if he knew you wanted Cassie, he would get up with your ex. Absolutely. So Diddy was in the bedroom directing everything. He wanted to see. He wanted to watch. What did Biggie Small say? What did Biggie Small say? I said, did Biggie expose Diddy? Is my Bluetooth still on? Turn this back on. Now, Biggie was Diddy's artist in the doggone 90s. But now that this case has come out, and you listen to old lyrics that Biggie was writing about what his homeboys used to do, and it's like, was he talking about Diddy?
Flying in the all-state, sexing me while your man masturbate.
Huh? Flying in the all-state, sexing me while your man masturbate. That's what Diddy was doing. So how did Biggie know that? How did Biggie know that 20 years ago, though? How did Biggie sing that in his lyrics, and then today, that's what Diddy on trial for? Flying sex workers in to sleep with his woman while he sits back and does what?
Flying in the all-state, sexing me while your man masturbate.
I think that's bomb worthy. Let me drop a bomb. Baby, when they speak from the grave, we gonna listen. Didn't he tell on him, Lady Nika? Hey, swag. Absolutely. So Diddy directed everything. He got off on that. That's what he wanted. He wanted to watch other men be with Cassie. He got off on that. Hey, NY. What else is going on? What else did he say? They said the sex worker said that Diddy made, I guess he used the word made, because he also said that Cassie wanted him. Okay, according to the sex worker, when they were getting down, Cassie wasn't being forced, like she was into it. I don't know, maybe she was a great actress, but she convinced the sex worker that she liked it. Okay. But Diddy would want her to do it without any protection. No protection. No protection. Thank you, Leanne, OG 2.0. I didn't see any but goals. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much for supporting this channel. Hey, Mama Bear. Yeah, he wanted to, and not only did he direct, like he was directing what positions and if it got to be too much, he would stop them, and in between sometimes he wanted a little bit, and so he'd separate them and take Cassie and go do something. And even would direct where the children went. I said, put them twins right there. Diddy is nasty. Thank you, Burn Dog. Goes. Thank you, Burn Dog. Yeah, he's disgusting. He had him put them twins. Put them right there. Lay them right there. Just a control freak. Okay. Now, but this is all with Cassie so far. Okay. Now there is another woman that they said is going to come out and pretty much has the same story as Cassie, which is going to strengthen the case against Diddy that says this is who he is and this is what he does. It wasn't just with Cassie. He did this with other people too. But we're going to wait for it and see when that's coming. Tomorrow, Cassie going to testify. So y'all know we'll be here tomorrow. Okay, same time. Absolutely. Cassie's going to testify tomorrow. I can't wait. Because, see, they're going to try, the defense is going to try to tear her up. But they got to do it very carefully because she's big and pregnant. So they don't want her to look bad in front of the jury by doing too much. But they gonna try everything they can tomorrow to prove that Cassie was down with the get down, and that at any time she could have left. See, that's the trick bag about domestic violence. Hey, Tweety, if I didn't speak to you, boo, that's the trick bag about domestic violence. That at some point the victim, people start holding the victim accountable. That's the tricky part. At some point, they gonna be like, hold on now, you was getting cars, you was getting houses, you was with them all them years, you had celebrity friends, you could have left at any time. You had your own place. You mean to tell me when you was at home by yourself, you was still too scared to call? You was just you could never quite call. And then when there were opportunities, when other people were willing to call the police for you, you told them no. And then we got this sex worker here saying that when y'all was getting down, you loved it. So if you was getting treated so bad, Cassie, why did you stay so long? They gonna victim shame her. But see, here's the thing, Bush babe, they better be careful how they do that, because she's pregnant, number one. And number two, it's a lot of white women on that jury. So they better be very strategic how they break that thing down, because they are going her side. The prosecution, that's their star witness, baby. Most of their case, this is why tomorrow is so important. Most of their case hinges on Cassie's testimony. That's the star witness. This other Jane Doe lady, we don't know much about her. We're gonna find out. But Cassie is their star witness. So I would venture to say 80% of what Cassie says is going to determine if Diddy gets life or not. And they going to wonder, how much money did he give you? How much did you get? Because, see, let me tell you something. I want to take this as an opportunity to receive all this glory that Cassie is getting for myself and every other domestic violence survivor. I want to glory in it so bad. I do. But it's hard to, because Cassie got millions for getting beat. I ain't getting nothing. Thank you, Miss Steph. Loving this content, boo. Thank you, my love. And thank you for the super chat. Lady Nika, all of us that ever had black eyes and woke up on the kitchen floor couldn't remember how we got there, and all type of stuff, and Lion Eye family and missing major events and all this. All of us want to say, go, Cassie, go. Get that ninja. Get them for everybody. The problem is, though, Cassie got millions, and there's a lot of us that got our ass beat, and we ain't get a damn dime. So she's winning. She's winning. She's just winning on another level, on a level that most of us who've gone through that will never see. Absolutely. You know, and it's not her fault. It's not her fault. She got that settlement and still finna go testify tomorrow. I said, oh, so when Diddy gave Cassie that settlement, it didn't come with like a NDA or nothing? She could still go talk? I guess so, because baby, she's gonna be up there pregnant and talking tomorrow. And I can't wait. Absolutely. What else the sex worker had to say around there? Oh, the sex worker never slept with Diddy. I found that very interesting. Kimberly, that the sex worker never slept with Diddy. So, you know, he got a lot of gay allegations. But this particular sex worker said that every time Diddy wanted Cassie, he would take her off to a whole different room. So, but he did enjoy watching, because it's a thin line between straight and bi, ain't it? Yes, it is. It's a thin line between straight and bi. You know, it's just one thing on your whole body that determines if you straight or bi. Just one thing, and that's this. Because it's a thin line. That's all. Let that tongue touch one person that's of the opposite sex, and you're gay. Absolutely. Just that one member. Absolutely. So according to this sex worker, Diddy just wanted to watch because he was a freak, okay? But he didn't touch it or want to do nothing. So I said, wow, that is a very thin line. And it's real nasty. But is it illegal? See, he paid these people to come freak on Cassie. That's why it feels like a glorified, it's not even a threesome. It's just rich folks freaky. Because he paid them. You got women out here giving their men threesomes and chalet. They got to buy the liquor. Pay for the room. No, Diddy was depositing that cash in that man's account. Every time he came and hit Cassie and left them children on Cassie, he got a check. So that's why they saying, baby, this was consensual. But they are also, it's almost like they're trying to create new laws just to get Diddy. Because if what Diddy was doing is so illegal, why aren't y'all charging all these sex workers? They grown. They flew to Diddy. They're trying to say Diddy flew all these people around the country to have sex. So they not in trouble though, just Diddy? How are all them folks not in trouble? Is sex work legal or illegal? Is it legal? I know it's legal in some places and illegal in other places. But the places where it's illegal that they said Diddy participated in, why aren't the sex workers on trial and getting locked up? It's not making sense. Hey, alert hearts. So I don't get that part. But the sex worker peed on her, okay, peed in her mouth, almost choked out, child, okay. Child, it was like she was having a dream. She was swimming. I hate them dreams where you dream you swimming. I hate them dreams, okay. Ooh, it ain't never right. It ain't. It's always gloomy and demonic. Every time you dream you swimming, you know something ain't right. What the hell you in the water for? You about to pee on yourself. You got 5 seconds to get up. When you dream you swimming, you got 5 seconds because you're going to feel that water all right. And it's going to be warm. 98.6 degrees. Absolutely. So, child, he turned the fountain on Cassie. Child just choked her clean out because he ain't know how to do it. I said, how you a sex worker but almost choking somebody? They said Diddy had to tell him just a little bit at a time. Little bit at a time. Act like it's clogged up. Drip it, drip it, drip it, drip it, drip it. And the sex worker ain't know that he can just let it on, just a full glass of water down the throat. Okay. And I ain't gonna go in on Cassie. Cause I'm sorry. I'd rather have a blue eye than this man's pee. Girl, no. No. Okay. Like how you didn't throw up, Cassie. Anyway, excuse this if this live is explicit, please excuse. It's not my fault. This is Diddy. Diddy is a freak. Okay, this is all the stuff he did. And yeah, he likes sloppy seconds. So these are all the things that we learned today at the Diddy trial. And his kids were in the courtroom listening to how they daddy on drugs and he's a freak. So Diddy has pled not guilty. He's facing 5 federal charges: racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation for prostitution. But the prostitute's not ever going to jail. That's the part I don't understand. If convicted, he could face life in prison. I need y'all to tell me if you think Diddy is guilty or not guilty. Oh, I should have did a poll. Hold on, let me see how you do it. We need to do a poll. I need to know if y'all think Diddy pop. Just based on today's testimony, we're going to do a poll every day. And if I forget, can y'all please remind me? I'm going to have to do it on my community wall. If I forget, I need y'all to remind me every day. I want to do a poll, guilty or not guilty, based on what you heard that day. Por favor, if you don't mind, my love. Okay. If you don't mind, my love. Yes, guilty. I'm going to put it on my community wall. Guilty, not guilty. I guess I'll add a third option, not sure. Okay, for those of you who are like on the fence. Because at this point, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. And I'm on the fence because, wait, let me post the poll. I'll tell you why I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence because of that security guard's testimony. And the fact that his official report didn't say none of the stuff he testified about. And he was there right after it happened. I'm also on the fence because the sex worker testified that Cassie wanted it and that she always called him. So tomorrow is a big deal. I have posted the poll. Please let me know, is Diddy guilty or not guilty, or you're not sure? I'm so interested. And at some point, we're going to have to open phone call lines because I want to hear from y'all. I want to know what y'all thinking. We probably should do it tomorrow since Cassie testified. Let me see if y'all over here voting. Where's the poll? Child, did it post? Did it post? Why I can't see it? Child. Oh, y'all can see it? No, y'all can't. Let me know if y'all can see the poll. I literally just posted it. Okay, let me post it again. That's crazy. Oh, y'all said it's up? Okay. Well, I won't post it again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why I can't see it. Let me close this app and come back in here. YouTube be tripping so bad. Let's see. Yeah, I definitely want to hear from y'all. This is like the case of, this is the next thing after OJ Simpson. Like for real. Oh, okay, y'all. Okay, y'all voting. Thank y'all so much. I want to see what y'all saying. Oh, NY Nubian said guilty. Most of y'all saying guilty. Yeah. 64% of y'all, let me refresh again. And I'm gonna check it again later on. 63% of y'all said guilty, 3% said not guilty, 33% said I'm not sure yet. It's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. Okay, yeah, that's what I did, NY. I went out and came back in. Thank y'all so much for voting. We will be back tomorrow. Okay, we will be back tomorrow to talk about day 2. As far as the beef sector, I heard Jay Dunn P-bombed Lemon. I've been meaning to tell Pizzario what happened with her channel that time. Okay. But I probably should let that alone and not start no mess. Okay, I probably shouldn't start nothing. It's over. Pizzario probably over it. But I was just thinking, since we cool now, I could tell her what had happened with her channel that time. Okay. But maybe I'll just let that go and leave that alone. But if she ever wants to know, I'll tell her. Okay, if Pizzario ever wants to know what I know, I'll tell her. That's what type of time I'm on. But yeah, Jay Dunn, this is not her first rodeo. Okay, Jay Dunn is a very angry, hateful person, and she's very jealous, and she cannot take open rejection. So when you reject Jay Dunn, she want to get you back. The problem is she's weak. Okay, she can't dish what she puts out, and she's never gonna really. Everything she does is keyboard gangster. But when she get wobbled in that courtroom, when they have to wobble her around that to that courtroom, she want to become a little mouse. And see, that's the type of stuff that'll make a person's skin boil. Stop playing with me. Okay? She did me like that. Played all on the internet, did all that keyboard gangster stuff. Then when I saw her in real life, it wasn't none like that. It wasn't none like. Let me encourage you tonight that 99.9% of the trolls on the internet ain't talking about nothing. Ain't on nothing. If you let a troll get you mad, it's only because you don't realize their living situation. You don't realize how tormented they are. Because if you did, you wouldn't even let them get to you. If I knew then what I know now, I wouldn't have tried to give Jay Dunn a black eye when I met her in person. Because now I realize this lady's just pathetic. And why am I going to mess up? I'm a female. What am I going to mess up my pretty hair and my pretty clothes trying to bop this Humpty Dumpty that looked like I almost said something. Girl, if Humpty Dumpty don't go sit down somewhere, eat some bananas, okay, I'm gonna need Jay Dunn big wide wobbly disgusting tail to go sit down somewhere. Jay Dunn, you so jealous and hateful. You round here acting like Kanye. You round here acting like Kanye West. Ever since he lost his mother, he ain't been right. And ever since you lost yours, you ain't been right. And it's not a good look. Thank you, Kathy G. Tell it 5. Talk about it. Oh, yeah, we're going to talk about it. Okay. But I'm just like, girl, that's a fool. But These same people, see, this is why, and I know Pizarro does what she does. It is what it is. She is how she is. But them jealous broads, I don't think Pizarro is jealous of Ness. I don't think Pizarro is jealous of Dory. I don't think Pizarro is jealous of J Dunn. I don't. But they will sit around her and literally be hating on her, literally plot on her. And be sitting right up there on her panel with her. Y'all see why I like to do a solo show? I like to do a solo show. Nothing against nobody that don't like to do a solo show. But I'm old beef sector. We did solo shows. Big dot on period. Solo show. Wasn't all this. But then with the panels, you open yourself up to letting clout chasers, haters, and people that want to porn bomb you sit right up there on your panel. J Dunn is a hater. It's a lot of them on here. Haters. And there was a conspiracy to take down. There was an organized, baby, talk about a RICO. I'm glad, baby, the beef sector could have caught about 10 RICOs. Folks done been in jail, folks done been followed, folks done been lied on by the FBI. The beef, thank God the beef sector ain't caught no RICO. Because when I tell you they be on these phones behind the scenes from state to state all in the middle of the night, using all the networks from Cash App to baby, they be on all these apps conspiring and conspicuing. If that's a word, it sounded good. Okay, they be doing all that. So thank God the beef sector ain't never caught no damn RICO. There was literally a conspiracy. It was several people involved in taking Pizarro's channel down. And let me be very clear, I wasn't one of them. I wasn't. Okay. Let me leave that alone. Because see, here's the thing, right? When I had left and went on my spiritual journey, I made up with a lot of people. So I ain't trying to beef with them. I mean, listen, if Pizarro want to know, I'm going to tell her. I don't care if we cool. It is what it is. If Pizarro want to know, I'm going to tell her. Absolutely. Okay? Now, I'm going to do that because I want to. Now, some of the people that's involved, I know we cool, but stand on business. And that's number one. Number two, this the beef sector. And I'm going to tell y'all this right here. I should have left the Bluetooth on. Some of them folks weren't from the beef sector. Are we tracking tonight? Lady Nika, Barn Dog, are we tracking? Some of them folks that was involved in taking Pizarro channel down that time, I was in Wisconsin Dells celebrating my daughter's 10th birthday, and I got the call. Hint, hint. And some of them folks wanted the beef sector that conspired to take, and some of them was. If Pizarro want to know, I'm going to freaking tell her. Is she in here? Is Pizarro in here? Hey, Athena. Okay. Shout out to the chat tonight. Okay. I'm trying to let my messy simmer down just a tad. Okay. Listen, I hope you guys had a beautiful Mother's Day. If you didn't get my happy Mother's Day message last night, happy Mother's Day. It's still Mother's Day. Okay. It's still, when you woke up, you were still a mammy, weren't you? Absolutely. So it's still Mommy's Day. Happy Mother's Day. Absolutely. I love you, Babe Nation. I will call y'all tomorrow because we got to talk. And I'm gonna probably try to just open the phone lines because I need to hear from y'all after Cassie testifies. I love y'all. Good night.